be making tamales, or hot tamales as they call them. It's a very simple recipe. First ingredient is masaca. Okay, you can find it in the Asian or Mexican section. Order it online, you can find it. The other thing we're going to be using are these. They're called corn husks. Okay, they look like this. It's from Mexican corn. It's a huge husk. In the bag, sometimes they come big whole pieces, sometimes they'll come in torn pieces, sometimes you get little pieces like this, but they're all good. Okay, so in order to make tamales, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use 3 cups of masa flour, and we're going to use a teaspoon of salt, more if you like, none if you don't. There we go. And then we're going to use a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. If you don't have baking powder and you only have baking soda, that's fine, just don't use the salt. Okay, now we'll set that aside. With the husks, they come dry, like I showed you, so you can't use them dry. What you have to do is fill a bowl with water or a clean sink, and what you're going to do is you're going to soak the corn husks. Now, they're flexible. You can bend them, twist them, whatever you want. So now they're more flexible. Just soak it in warm water at least 20 minutes or more. These have been soaking for about a half an hour. I'm going to use these as strips later to tie the tamales. So right now, I'm just going to cut them in strips, pull them in strips, just like this. Set them aside. Okay. That's 2. Just tear them into strips. About a 1/4 inch to a ½ inch wide. The whole length of it. Alright, so we got our mix sitting over there. These have been soaking, like I said, 20 minutes to a ½ an hour. And you're going to need a steamer, and you're also going to need some kind of meat. These are what they call pocket food in Mexico. These can sit in your pocket all day. They're good. They won't go bad. Okay, so I have some ground beef here. It's seasoned. If you like chicken, cook some chicken up, season it the way you like it. If you have extra from a pork roast, from a rump roast, any kind of extras you have over, or specifically for this, shred it up into pieces and you can use that. You can also buy lunch meat and a piece of cheese and put, you know, a little piece of ham, a little piece of cheese, whatever you want. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the husks right here. We'll start with 1. Okay. Now to this, to the masaca, the salt, and the baking powder, we're going to add water. This is not a runny mix. This is going to be a thick mix. So we're going to pour about, we'll start with 2 cups of water. Masaca is very absorbent. So even though at first it looks like a lot of water, it's not. This just sucks it in like a sponge. So we're going to keep mixing it in. Mix it in. I use my hands because I have gloves. If you don't have gloves, make sure you wash your hands before you do this. Okay, scrape the sides. Scrape sides, scrape down. And just keep mixing. Turn it over so you get all the dry pieces incorporated. Okay, as it is, it's still powdery. I can see it needs a touch more water. So we're going to add a little bit more water. And that's what you keep doing. You keep doing and mixing until you have a thick consistency like this. You can make a ball out of it. You can break it in half. This is the consistency you want. So what we're going to do next is, here is a corn husk. And this is how we make it. Take the corn husk. There's a narrow end up here, and there's a wider end. We're going to put some of the masaca mixture on the widest end. So we'll grab some of this. We're going to put it right in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to spread it out. Okay, you don't want it too thick or too thin. You're going to put it like this. And you're going to do about half of it because this has to fold over. Okay? So there we go. Get this all in here. And you just keep patting it into place. And then you can use a spatula to kind of shape it up, spread it out so it's like a little square or rectangle. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some meat. If you're vegetarian, put some lettuce, cabbage, onions, eggplant, whatever you like in there. We're going to take some meat and put it right down the center. Okay? Just a little bit, about a tablespoon. And then we're going to fold this over. Then we're going to take the narrowest top and we're going to fold it down like that. Now, there's two ways you could do this. You could either put it in a steamer just like this and have a bunch of them, but you want to tie it up because that happens. You don't want that happening. So the little strips we cut, you lay down a strip, set the tamale there, and we're going to tie it up in a bow. Make a little knot. That one was too thick. Okay, so if you have a thing like this too thick, take two pieces and join them together. That's what we're going to do. We're going to tie a knot right here with these two pieces, like so. Pull it out. And now we have a longer string, basically. Okay, set it down. Fold it. Make a knot. And there we go. We have a little bow. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to stack all of these in a steamer. If you don't have a little steamer like this, you get a pot, boil some water, put some sort of screen over it. You're going to set it up standing upright like this. You want to see, this is the top with the meat. Okay. Close that up. See how it's sealed up now? Set it here. And you're going to keep on doing that until this is full. Then you're going to let it steam for about 45 minutes. Okay. After 45 minutes, when it's done, you're going to take it out. It is cooked, ready to be eaten. So, also, it freezes really well. You take this whole packet, you can put it in the freezer, and when you want to reheat it, you put it in the microwave for 1 minute. It stays in the fridge for about up to 2 weeks, a week and a half possibly. But they're really good frozen. They just taste better frozen and reheated. So it's 45 minutes in here. When they're all done, there you have a nice little hot tamale. Enjoy.